Today, I want you to join me as I challenge myself to let go of societal pressure and discover what it really means to live authentically as a woman over 40. Do you know what that means? What is that to you? You know, societal pressure is a weight that many of us carry. But as women over 40, we face a unique set of expectations that can impact our daily lives in profound ways. So, not waves, but ways. From the way we look to the careers we choose, to the relationships we're in, it's easy to get caught up in trying to meet the standards set by others. And rather than forging our own paths. And that's the hardest thing, right? I talk about that on this channel. This is about being authentically you. And that's so hard when everyone is telling you what to do. And as women, we're often conditioned to put others first, prioritize their needs over our own, and to seek validation from those around us. But what happens when we start to internalize these expectations? When we begin to believe that our worth is tied to how well we conform. This is when we start to lose touch with our own desires, our own values, and our own self of purpose. We start to feel like we're living someone else's life rather than our own. Now, that sucks. I don't want to live anybody else's life, but that's often what happens. The impact on your self-esteem can be devastating. We start to feel like we're not good enough, we're not doing enough, like we're not even enough. And the pursuit of approval and validation becomes an endless cycle of striving, right? But never arriving. Like you're never arriving to that expectation, because how can you meet someone else's expectation? It's exhausting, it's demoralizing, and it's a surefire way to stifle our personal growth and fulfillment. When we compare ourselves to others, we compare our behind the scenes moments to everyone else's. But how do you know what they're doing behind the scenes? You know, it's like someone else's highlights and you're trying to live that. Often you're going to come up short. You're going to feel like you're not measuring up, like you're not living up to your potential. And the more we try to fit into these narrow definitions of what it means to be a good woman, the more we lose ourselves in the process. For sure. Has anyone out there felt lost? Drop me a comment and let me know. You know, societal pressures can manifest in so many different ways, from the way we feel about our bodies, to the careers we choose, to the relationships we're in. I mean, just so many things. We're told that we need to look a certain way, right? Like, hair needs to be a certain way, your makeup needs to look a certain way, that we need to be a certain age, that we need to have a certain type of partner or a certain type of job. And if you don't fit those narrow definitions, then you're somehow less than. But it's not true. We're told that we need to be superwoman. Now, I love me a good Wonder Woman as much as the next person. But being told that we need to be able to do it all and do it perfectly is not realistic. We're told that we need to be caregivers, nurturers, and providers, all while looking fabulous and feeling fulfilled. It's a tall order, and it's one that most of us can't possibly fill. But what if we could break free from these expectations? What if we could let go of the need for approval and instead focus on finding our own self of purpose and meaning? What does your life look like? What should your life feel like? Who do you want to be married to instead of what somebody else wants? What if you could learn to love yourself, not in spite of your imperfections, but because of them? I remember when I finally hit rock bottom, when I realized that I was living someone else's life rather than my own. It was pretty scary. Uncomfortable. It was a pretty scary, uncomfortable place to be, but it was also the catalyst for change. It was the moment when I realized that I was running out of time to live my own life, and I had the power to choose, the power to break free from the expectation of others, and to forge my own path. And what a path it is. It was the moment when I realized that I didn't have to conform. I know that's hard. That I didn't have to fit into someone else's mold. I know that's hard too. It was the moment I realized that I was worthy just as I am. And that's hard too when someone's telling you that you need to be something else. But I'm worthy just as I am, imperfections and all, and so are you. Letting go of societal pressure is not easy. It's a journey, it's a process, and it's a choice. It's a choice to prioritize your own happiness, our own fulfillment, our own sense of purpose. It's a choice to live authentically, to live unapologetically, and live truly. So, what does it mean to live authentically as a woman over 40? Well, to me, it means embracing our imperfections. It means embracing our uniqueness, quirkiness, and all, even that silly laugh that you have. And it means embracing our individuality. It means living a life that is true to who you are rather than trying to fit into somebody else's idea of what we should be. Because if you keep doing that, they'll keep moving the bar and you'll never reach it. In the end, it's about finding your own sense of purpose, and it's about finding our own sense of fulfillment and our own sense of happiness. It's about living a life that is authentic, imperfect, and truly our own. I'm there with you. This is my journey. If you're tired of living someone else's life, if you're tired of trying to meet the expectations of others, and if you're ready to start living authentically, then share with me in the comments below what's been holding you back and what you're going to do to take the first step towards living a more authentic life. And if you're ready for more content on personal growth, you're in the right place. Here on this channel, we live authentically. So you be sure to check out my next video, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to drop me a comment to let me know what you're going to do. And until then, you stay beautiful, inspired, and empowered. And you stay sexy so you can keep taking care of yourself and those around you. See you in the next video.